Welcome to America, the once great nation. Today we'd like to talk about healthcare in America. In the days of the Roman Empire, philosopher Seneca once said, "Man does not die, he kills himself." And you'll find that quote in this book, which is titled Eat Right, Live Longer, Look Younger, Be More Vital by Leelord Cordell. It's a very interesting book. It talks about our eating habits and what we should be doing to better ourselves in that area. It talks about breads and grains and so forth. Very interesting book. Now, Bill Maher once said, even our poor people are overweight, which is amazing because by the year 2030, 42% of the people in this country will be obese. Now, I believe that number may be higher, but it certainly won't be lower. We put very large women on the covers of sports magazines pretending that this is normal, when in recent years, Sports Illustrated was relegated to people who were in sports and were very fit and looked good. Now, today, we can talk about how we have basically changed to a little bit overweight people. I was at one time working for a small engineering company, and we had a contract to design, believe it or not, elevators. And as a designer in elevators, we were worried about one thing, and that was the weight capacity of the elevator car. The machine room was on the top of the building usually, and that had to drag an elevator up and down. Here we see a few people in an elevator, and here's what they're saying. The elevator doesn't seem to be moving. They don't make them like they used to. Hit the button again. I'm getting hungry. So we have to worry about what our elevators are going to be able to hold in the future. Now, going back to that book, it mentions that we don't chop wood to make a fire any longer. We push a button. We don't pump water out of a pump. We hit a faucet. We don't walk miles to find our food. We point our finger to a menu in a restaurant. Not to mention the endless drive-throughs that we go to and we see every day. It makes life easier for people who are busy, but it also makes us bigger. Now, again, we want to talk about healthcare in this country, and we have a series of different areas where we look at who wins these contests. And today, I'm doing this to point a finger at men also. Men are getting larger. This is our new Mr. Universe. He's the winner, even though you have fit people who are competing in the background. And this is what we're going to be doing pretty soon. We're going to be putting up people who are overweight and calling them fit. And we've been doing that for a while now. So what we want to talk about is free healthcare. We've been talking about free healthcare for decades. And of course, we used to have the party of the Democrats talked about a VAT tax, a VAT tax, value added tax. But basically, what we should be doing to pay for that tax is maybe charging some tax money to these fast food joints who are actually making us bigger and unhealthier. And that was the Democrat idea, and we seem to have lost that idea. The Democrats don't bring it up. They don't talk about it anymore. And that is surprising because we could use that taxes to actually help pay for our health care. And I think a lot of people would not have a problem helping to pay for their own health care. We used to have commercials, believe it or not, in the late 50s, early 60s for the cigarette companies. They actually wanted us to buy a carton of Lucky Strikes for our friends and family at Christmas time. Could you believe that today, a commercial hawking a carton of cigarettes to buy for your relatives? it would seem unlikely we would see that. So why are we doing the same thing with fast food? We promote it. We promote junk food. We promote soda, all the things that are bad for us. So again, we eat, our ancestors did not have what we had, which was basically junk food. They grew their own food, they canned their own food, bottled their own food, and it was much healthier for them in the long run. So basically, we have to look at this healthcare system, and maybe under this new administration, the Trump administration, the person that he's tapped for health and human services will help us to change what we make in food, what we process in food, what goes into our food. We hope that that would be something we could fix, and we have hope. But again, if this doesn't get done, we will see an increase in our obesity rates. It is said that if you are overweight and your husband is overweight, there is an 80% chance that your child being born, he or she will be overweight. So we're trying to break this cycle of bad food and unhealthy eating, and hopefully we can get back on track to getting more exercise, walking, running, and I hope that would be the case in the future. Now, I hope people will like this video, will subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or answers, please feel free to contact us, and we hope that you enjoyed this video. Till next time.